Sanford Meisner and the Meisner Technique by Ethan Henry. Actors such as Diane Keaton, Steve McQueen, Jeff Goldblum, Tom Cruise, and many more incredibly successful actors and actresses have trained in and utilized the Meisner Technique. This technique assisted in their many great performances we know and love today and led them on to receive countless nominations and rewards. But what exactly is the Meisner Technique and where did it originate from? In order to fully understand this, we have to take a trip through history and look at the life of Sanford Meisner. Sanford Meisner was born in 1905 in New York City. He began to pursue a life and career in acting soon after high school and went on to study at the Theater Guild of Acting, which was taught by Lee Strasberg. Strasberg's technique was advocating for actors to feel exactly what their character would be feeling in a scene by using experiences and emotions from the actor's own life, which would thus hopefully give a realistic portrayal. Today, this technique is called method acting. In the early 1930s, Meisner, Strasberg, and a couple of the other members of the Theater Guild of Acting went on and formed their own group called the Group Theater. But not too long after making this, Meisner and many of the other actors began finding issues with Strasberg's technique of taking emotions and experiences from their own lives. A lot of the actors didn't enjoy bringing up painful events and memories from their lives in order to act. Meisner believed that instead of taking these past experiences, the actor should live, and I quote, truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Meisner believed the actors need to learn to be present in the moment by authentically listening and reacting in order to give the most realistic performance. The group theater evidently disbanded in the early 1940s, and Meisner went to New York to teach this new technique, which is now coined as the Meisner Technique. Meisner had a couple of not just acting, but also real-life principles and philosophies that he went by and taught. A couple of these are, number 1, to live moment to moment. Number 2, to not live in the past. Number 3, to live truthfully. Number 4, to not attach yourself to the result. Number 5, to enjoy the journey. And number 6, which he believed to be the most important, is to listen. Not listening is a big and common mistake that actors make even today. Tons of actors will sit there waiting for their cue and not come alive or react until it's their turn to start talking. This leads to a less than realistic portrayal. After all, listening is reacting. Another big belief of Meisner's was that instead of actors learning to become a different person, they needed to just simply learn how to be authentic by letting themselves be affected by the other characters on stage and what is going on around them. But how exactly do you achieve all these things? Well, Meisner believed that the actors had two major problems, which were that they don't listen and they were self-conscious. But through certain acting exercises, you can learn to put your attention on the other person in the scene, making you feel less self-conscious and less nervous, which leads you to become more truthful in your performance. One incredible key exercise in order to achieve this is the repetition exercise. The repetition exercise is designed, like I was talking about earlier, to take attention off yourself and become less nervous. It's designed as a listening exercise, learning to become affected by your partner and helping to take the anticipation out of acting. The repetition exercise requires 2 actors and it goes through 3 stages/phases. The first stage is objective repetition without changes. This starts with one of the actors making a remark about the first thing they see in the other actor and repeating the same remark over and over again. One example of this would be actor 1 saying, "You have a black shirt," and actor 2 responding, "I have a black shirt." And those two would repeat that phrase over and over again. This is very simple, but it teaches the actors to stay true to their impulses by noting the first thing they see in the other person. It also helps to put your focus on one thing, and it also allows you to be affected by someone else. The second stage is objective repetition with changes. The actor can now change the phrase they are repeating when their partner inclines them to do so. For example, if actor 2 scratched their head, actor 1 could say, "You scratch your head," and actor 2 would then reply, "I scratch my head." And they would start to repeat that phrase over and over again until the actor changes it based on something they noted from the other actor. This helps to further the actor's ability to read behavior, it enhances impulsive response, and it forces the actor to have to listen actively and be engaged. The final stage is subjective repetition with changes. This stage can be quite hard for some people. Instead of noting the first thing they see in their partner, the actor now has to tell the absolute truth and give their opinion about what they see. For example, if actor 1 hates actor 2's shoes, then actor 1 would say, "Your shoes suck," and actor 2 will respond, my shoes suck. Or if actor 1 thinks actor 2 is beautiful, they will say, you are beautiful. And actor 2 will respond, I am beautiful. And they will go on to repeat that. At this stage, the actor has to be completely true and heartfelt, which makes the actors feel real and true emotions. This helps to deeply connect with your partner, and it teaches you to find the truth in everything that you do. So these are my sources that I use for the assignment. And thanks for watching.